All right, welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. I'll see you on the mat. So standing tall, just in our mountain pose. So feet are hip distance apart, toes are pointed forward. Stretch out the face, roll up the shoulders a bit. Take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Get out a little bit. And then just take a moment. Just take a moment to allow yourself to arrive. Breathing in and out. Just feel the feet connected to the floor. Notice the sensations of breathing. Rising up through the crown of the head. The shoulders be soft. And nice and easy, we'll open the eyes and maintain this connection to the body as we start to roll the shoulders. Forward, up, back, and down, gliding and sliding. Excuse me. Great, we'll bring the shoulders down, go tall, inhaling, exhale, just drop the chin down towards the chest. Move the head a little to the left, a little to the right. Bring the head back up to center. Big breath in, exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale forward, gaze over the right shoulder. Just do that one more time on each side. Good. Roll it out. Take your fingers, interlace them. Push your wrists forward, but squeeze your shoulder blades in toward each other. Lift the navel kind of back towards the spine, but also upward towards the heart. Maybe stretch out the face some more. Slowly start to reach the arms up as best you can. If you need to release the hands, go ahead, release the hands. We're getting a nice little stretch here through the shoulders. Big breath in, grow tall, exhale. Little over to one side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale over, a little over to the other side. Inhale up. Big breath in, exhale, trace those angel wings back behind you. Interlace the fingers behind you. It's kind of like this. Or grab onto the forearms. We're going to lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades so that the shoulder blades come toward each other, and maybe lift the arms up a little bit as you press the wrist away. Maybe drop the chin. And then release. Roll up the shoulders again. Reach your right arm forward, cross it in front, squeeze the upper arm. Do a little reaching. Up and down. Good. Over to the other side, cross and squeeze. And then when you're ready, squeeze and reach. A little up, a little down. A little jiggle, a little movement, just checking in with the arms because we're going to do a lot of arms today. So let's take the arms out forward and we'll just open and close the fingers. Then we'll close the fingers and just nod the wrists up and down. Then side to side. Then open up the hands and circle the wrists. And then the other way. Give that a good little shake. All right, we're going to come into the spine. So just grab your chair so you can come into a tabletop shape. So you want to check that those shoulders are over the wrists. and your hips are over the ankles, and then we'll lift the tail, lift the heart. You can soften the knees as much as you need to, drop the belly, inhale. And then exhale, round to the back, navel up towards the spine. Maybe a little wiggle of the hips. And then inhale your cow pose, exhale, Halloween cat shape, back and forth a little bit. Not only are we waking up the spine, but we're getting a little stretch in the back of the leg. And if you're not feeling that stretch, really lift the tailbone up towards the sky when you come into that cow pose. You can start to stretch into our hamstring. Okay, coming back to that table, bend the knees, inhale. We'll just come to stand. Move the chair out of the way. Okay, widen the legs just a little bit with your toes pointed out. We're gonna lift one heel and twist to one side. Inhale, exhale. As we do this, we get really tall. Go your pace. And if we want to add a little swing, bending the knees, throwing the arms up. And release. Great. All right, doing a little squat warm up, feet are hip distance, toes pointed forward, reaching forward as we sink the hips back. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades in together, and with your fist, bring your elbows back. So inhale, exhale, keep the heart lifted, gazing forward, bending the knees, making sure that the knees aren't going past your toes, reaching. Inhale, exhale, almost like making like a steam train sound. Inhale, exhale. Last one. And release. Feet a little wider this time. Sink down, rise up, tick tock the hips. Okay, inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up, our classic goddess flow. Now this time we're gonna inhale down, exhale, cross, lift that heel, inhale down, exhale, cross, breathe in, out, breathe in, out. One more time on each side. Warming up the body. And release. Good. Coming over to one side of your mat. Feet hip distance. Bend the knees slightly. Arms like a cactus. Step out. Squeeze it. Step out. Squeeze it. And going whatever length. So if you've got a bit more space, you want to, go 3 or 4 times on one side, that's fine. And really getting wide in your step to the side. This is one of those things that we don't practice, that we lose over time. And it's really important for balance and release to be practicing that kind of lateral movement. Okay, let's come to our sun salutation. Hand at the back of the chair or on the seat of the chair, whatever works for you. And we're going to fold forward. Slightly bend the knees and soften the shoulders, sway at the shoulders. It's such a satisfying stretch every single time. Love this one. All right, pedal the knees forward and back, and the hips come forward and back. All right, inhale, right foot forward, bend the knee, float your arms up to the sky. One or both arms out. Exhale, step back. Inhale, left foot forward, one or both arms up. Get really long in the side body. In our forward fold. Let's do that again, right side, but also when we reach our arms up, just kind of really reaching as high as you can. Hands come down. Last one. All right, we're just gonna walk our feet to the chair and come to stand. Great. Come to our seated postures. And we're gonna grab the heaviest weights that you feel comfortable with today. And remember that that could be different today than it was last week. It could be a little heavier. It could be a little lighter. Just really have to assess how you're feeling today and how far you want to push yourself. Okay, we're going to lift and lower the heels. Lift that navel. Keep breathing. Maintain your focus on breath and body. Okay, great. Bring the weights in a little bit. Lift that knee up. Press the heel forward. Lift the heel up. Tuck it under. All the while, your torso is staying like as steady as it possibly can. And there we're tapping into our core strength as we are making our legs stronger. Okay. Switch sides. Lift it up. Really as high as you can. Keep that body steady, the torso steady. Acknowledging effort, acknowledging difficulty. Okay. That was a lot. All right, take the weights now kind of mid-thigh, grow tall again. Lift up, step over. We'll just isolate this side. Maintain that steady torso. Keep lifting the navel up actively towards the heart. Last one. Okay, opposite side. Great. Take the weights so that they're parallel. Take your feet so that the insides of the feet are touching, your thighs are touching. We're just gonna take the knees out, squeeze it back in. And you can lift, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm lifting the soles of my feet up, just kind of rolling out to the side so that there's more opportunity for the weight to kind of squeeze it in. So keep growing tall. Let's do one more. And release. Good. Now we'll bring the weights right up to the hip crease. And kind of come forward in the chair, lean forward, inhale. Exhale, come forward, squeeze the glutes, and then push your hips forward. Tap the seat with your butt, and then rise back up right away. Last one. And release. Okay. Put those weights down so we can move the chair out of the way. And I'm going to recommend like a medium weight. Just one. And we're going to take the weight between our hands, reach it up over our head. So it's like we're holding this great big weight over our heads. Bring all of your weight into one leg, lift the knee up, bring it down. And on the opposite side. So I just want to offer something up for safety. If you feel that doing that is going to make you tippy in any way, just walk close to something like a wall or something behind you, so that if you felt like all of a sudden you felt tippy, you can just lean into the wall behind you. So if you feel that you need to do that, then just, even if you have to move out of the camera, go ahead and do that. And as much as this, look, the weight is just kept overhead. You just keep it holding over the head. And this is about core, actually. So the lifting of the knees, so you'll probably start feeling it right in at the abdomen. So hug in the ribs, lift that navel up. That's why this weight should be like medium, not too heavy, because I don't want you to feel like you're too tippy. Okay, we're going to release. And then come to like a light to medium weights. We'll need 2 of them. And we'll come into our goddess. And we'll just bring the weights up in front of our boobs. Okay? So lift the arches of the feet. Grow really, really tall. Feel your thighs engage. Now we're going to take one side and just kind of come down as far as it feels comfortable, not too far down, just so that you can feel your obliques. So that's the muscles in the side. Okay, yeah, your legs too, for sure. But this is about getting all the different angles of our core. It's not just, one muscle. It's a variety of muscles connected together. Okay, last one. Straighten the legs and turn the toes in. Bring them together. Keeping them light to medium weight. And you can have the chair nearby. We're going to have the weight facing forward, but bend the opposite leg. So let's just do this with the chair to start. We're going to kind of squeeze in like a curl, and then we press up overhead, bring it back down, release with control. So squeeze, and then overhead, back in, and release. Option now is to take one hand maybe to your hip and see how this feels when we really bring balance into this movement. And again, a little bit of core because we're having to lift our leg. This is the last one. And keep our balance. So if you need the chair, move it over. And we're going to lift the inside leg, and the outside arm is palm facing forward. So we squeeze in, push up overhead, come back and down. Now explore balance. And it could be that you just hover your hand over the chair, or just have one finger and explore, or just see what's what. See what's possible. Now, we're going to do this one again. So just assess your weight currently. It could be like the Goldilocks, like the perfect. Could be too much, could be too less. So next time when you do it, think about if you want to add or reduce the weight. Okay. Grabbing that kind of medium weight. And we'll come back to extending our arms overhead, keeping that overhead. And now this time we're gonna, that's okay, we'll just lift the knee, lift the other knee. Option, lift the knee, press the foot forward, take it back, lower it down. Lift the knee, press forward, take it back, lower down. If you want to just focus on lifting the knees, do that. That's really good work. But if you wanted to explore, this is just adding balance. Core work is the same. This is just adding balance. Last one. And release. Good. Get your light to medium weights for the goddess oblique stretch. You need a weight in each hand. Take your feet wide, sink, and bring your weights in front of your boobs. Okay, lift the arches, lift your navel, just extend the arm down, lean over to the side, rise back up, extend down, lean, rise back up. So go your pace, inhaling down, exhaling up, because we exhale with the effort, and coming up. I don't know, for me, it's harder than going down. Oh yeah, one more. So great work on our legs and obliques. Okay, straighten those legs, turn the toes in, bring the feet together. Okay, so option to use the chair for our one-legged. So we're going to use that inside leg and then the outside arm. Curl, push up, come down, release with control. Maybe hand at the waist, maybe hand hovers, maybe one finger. And release. Good. I'm hoping you're starting to notice your glute getting a little bit like, not tired, but you're like, oh yeah, I can really feel my glute there a little bit. Okay. Opposite side. Squeeze in, push up, squeeze back, release with control. Explore balance. And release. Good. So one last time for all of those. So taking that kind of medium weight. Is that a pumpkin, Leslie? You're hilarious. That's really adorable. Yeah, you know what? You use what you got, right? Pumpkins are perfect. Okay, hands overhead, getting nice and steady. Just the slow march. Feeling that in our core. And then if you wanted to add more balance, extending the leg forward. Yeah, a pumpkin is like a kettlebell almost. It's actually a nice shape to hold on to. Let's do one more on each side. And release. Okay, final goddess legs. And the knees, and really make sure that your chest is proud, shoulders are down, weight in front of the boobs. Okay, lift the arches of the feet, and here we go. Extend or to the side. One more each side. All right, straighten those legs, turn the toes in, and bring the feet together. Okay, so we're gonna do our final balance and curl. So lift one leg, opposite hand, palm facing forward. You can have your hand on the chair or on the hip. Squeeze in, push up. And if you wanted to change the weight, a little lighter, a little heavier. See? Last one. And release. Setting up on the other side, bending the knee, turn the opposite hand palm forward, squeeze in, push up, down, and release. Okay, here you go. Hand on the hip maybe, or just exploring your balance. One more. And release. Great. Move that chair out of the way. And then grab your lightest weights. Come to the side of the mat, get your cactus arms out. We're going to step forward with bent knees, squeeze in. So keep your knees bent and really draw the navel up. And then release. Good. Okay. Either use your lightest or like your next ones up. So, or maybe even, or more like medium, light to medium. Okay. And you'll be able to tell right away, like, oh yeah, I need to go up or I need to go down. Because we're going to do like about 6 different arm exercises and you'll be able to tell. So we'll do each one about 10 times. Okay, so standing in mountain, growing really tall, just a gentle tuck at the tail so you can feel your navel lifting up. We're just going to kind of cross over like you're going to punch your shoulder. 2. So this is 5, we're halfway. So if you're like, yeah, this is not going to work, that's too heavy, then switching it over. Just grabbing something lighter. 7. 8. 9, and 10. Turn your palms forward, curl in. Okay, and slow release down. Curl in, really squeeze. I want you to feel this kind of plump up a little bit with the squeeze, and then slow down. Squeeze. Squeeze. And then slow. So you're still squeezing the bicep as you bring it down. Okay, let's say that's 6. Lost track. Great. Now we're gonna do the same bicep curl, but kind of in like pulses or kind of like a stage. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Turn the palms forward, slow, and down. Turn the palms forward again. Up, up, up. Squeeze, turn the palms forward, and slowly bring them down. It's really good for the wrists and the forearm. Back. So make sure you're standing with a nice tall spine. Turn the palms forward, pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. Turn the wrist, bring it down, pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. Turn the wrist. Kind of lost track, so let's say we got 2 more. Last one. Great. So probably you can curl heavier than this, but because we're doing so many reps and we're adding pulsing and squeezing and slow releases, we go a little bit lighter. All right, so, and you can probably even really feel that in the muscle already. Okay, so the next one is palms up, the little scapula, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So I'm not moving my arms, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, and that's moving my hand out to the side. So let's say that's 4. Keep lifting the navel like you're holding like a heavy platter. 5. So I'm really feeling this in my bicep already. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good. Release. Okay, just kind of let the arms relax. So we should be feeling effort, not like pain, right? Make sure that we know the difference. Okay, hammer curl. So this is our palms are facing in toward the thighs. So this is 3, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze, 6. 8, 9, 10. Last one, same, but in the pulse. 1, 2, 3. Slow release. 1, 2, 3. Slow release. Six. 7, 8, 9, 10. I might have said that was the last one, but I fibbed, but not on purpose. I just forgot there was one more. Okay, palm facing out. And this time it's more like a wide curl, so it's out to the sides and up, kind of like I'm not way out to the side here, I'm just somewhere in the middle from like on an angle. I don't know, 40 to 60. So let's say that was 4, we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Put those down. And shake out the arms. Now give yourself a little Popeye and squeeze that muscle. Like it should feel super pumped right now, like really, really strong. We put a lot of blood, a lot of oxygen flowing through that muscle right now. We put it under stress on purpose. All right, and our forearms. So that's, you're gonna feel that. Sorry. All right, we are going to, let's get a medium weight. Light to medium. Let's do light to medium. And we're going to just have wide leg. Don't bend the knee yet. Toes out on an angle. So pretty wide leg because we're going to bend to one knee, take the weight, and with your other hand on the other side of the leg, pick it up. And then bend the knee over here and pick it up. So notice there's no bicep action here. Your arms are straight, so your biceps do not need to work. But we're working our legs. So after you bend the knee, press into the foot to lift yourself up. Really feel it in the thigh. Okay, release. Ask yourself, do you think you could go up a little bit in weight? If you can, switch it over. Because this is not about the arms, this is about the legs. Okay? And then we'll do it again. So we lunge to the side, take that weight under, grab it. Grab it as best you can. Whatever direction. Try to make sure that your knee isn't going to lift far past the toe. And if it is, you need to just widen the stance a bit. And really press into the foot so we feel the thigh action. And release. Turn the toes forward. And bring the feet in. Okay. Grab onto those light weights again. Cactus arms. Bent knees. Step out wide. Squeeze in tight. Step out wide. Squeeze in tight. So really take it wide. And release. Okay, we're going to do that lunge one more time. Ask yourself what weight you think your thighs might be able to manage. Are you able to go up a little bit heavier? If you can, go for it. If you're kind of like, I think I maxed out on the last one, then grab what you used last time. Take the feet nice and wide, toes on an angle. I'm already winded there. Okay, so you bend the knee, take your weight, pass it under the leg, rise up and press into the foot. So we want to feel this thigh. Actually, let's just do this. Take the weight right onto the thigh and just go up and down a bit. And press into the foot. Okay, good. Now other side, pass it under the thigh, bring the weight back on the thigh, press. And if you need to change position of that foot to make it more comfortable, go for it. Just do that a few more times. Good. Now we'll just go back to the original. Maybe really noticing after you cross the weight, press into the foot and really feel that thigh working. Keep the spine long. And rise back up. Turn the toes in, walk the feet in. Okay, let's come down onto the floor. I'm gonna ditch the shoes. And take some weight, heavy and light, medium. Okay. Reach forward, tuck the chin, scroll down. When we get down onto the floor, hugging the knees, stretch up the face. Whew, squeeze and spread the toes. Circle the ankles one way. Circle them the other way, point and flex. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to do a little bit of core to begin. So gently tuck your chin. Take your knees over your hips. Shins parallel, feet flex. Press down into the abdomen. Press your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. Here we go. Really press. Push the knees away. But the knees, push the hands. And release, feet as wide as your mat, arms out to the side, and just drop the knees to the right. Lift them up, drop them to the left. Windshield wiper the knees. And release. Okay. Tuck the chin. Tuck the shoulder blades. Tuck the tailbone, draw the knee, navel down, knees come up over the hips. Now take your right hand onto the left knee and squeeze. And we're just going to not even worry about your left hand, and you're going to keep your right knee. But you're going to press, 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 opposite knee into opposite hand. Breathing in and out. Now, switch sides. Here we go. Left hand into right knee, or the opposite side, doesn't matter. Arm can just be doing nothing. Opposite knee, just hanging over the hip. Release and hug in the knees, rock from side to side. Stretch out the face. Okay, we're going to do another variation. This time we're going to add moving limbs. So, knees over hips, hands at the knees, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, draw the navel down. Press hands into knees, knees into hands. Now, keep your left hand and your left knee connected. Right arm and right leg draw away from each other. Reach your hand overhead, extend the leg, and then just bring them in, tap, extend. So as you do this, your left hand and left knee are really squeezing into each other, so that if you were talking, your voice would sound like mine, okay? Big effort here. Okay, release over to the other side. Squeeze your right knee and right hand into each other. Start moving the left. Keep pressing the navel down. This is really important work for the core, which we were doing earlier standing up, but also for our pelvis, the pelvic floor. Okay, here we go. Let's release and just hug in the knee. Happy baby. Feet up, knees out. Stretch out the face. Grab onto the outsides of the feet, maybe rock. Okay, our final bit of core work, and it looks like this will be the last exercise actually. Take your hands to the knees once again, setting up exactly the same, except this time right hand on left knee. Squeeze into the opposite hands. Now this time, extending opposite limbs away, come into touch. Away, tap it in. So I'm really pressing right hand into left knee into right hand, and I'm moving my opposite limbs away and in, and really focus on pressing that navel down towards the floor. This will be the last one, and then I'll switch over to the other side. Here we go. Press opposite knee, tap, extend, tap, really press. Draw that navel down. Please don't curse my name. Just thank your body for all the effort. Okay, this is it. Okay, again. Rock. Let's bring the feet towards each other, the knees away from each other, stretching the inside of the leg. Any little movement that feels good there. Okay, bring the feet down. Okay, bring your left arm up to the sky. And with your right hand, just kind of pull your fingers back gently. Just stretching out the wrist in one direction. It's like you're drawing your fingers towards your forearm, and then the other direction, just gently. So just gently stretching the wrist. And then the other side. Good. Interlace your fingers, press the wrists up, tuck the chin, draw your shoulders down, and then let your arms come up overhead. Then we'll just release the hands, release the feet. Just kind of be like a starfish and just acknowledge the effort. Breathing in and out. And then we'll just give our arms another final little squeeze. Let's just hug in the left upper arm into the chest. Reach it down to the side, a little bit up. And then the other side. And then preparing yourself for Shavasana. Tucking the shoulders, tucking the chin slightly. Letting the feet drop to the side. Unless you want to have the knees bent, feet wide, drop the knees in toward each other. And just take a moment to notice the body. How do you feel? What are you noticing? So I'm noticing a fatigue, a little bit of overall fatigue. I definitely feel my biceps. There's like heat there. I can feel that my abdominals have been, like there's a little bit of fatigue there as well. And just acknowledging, noticing whatever it is in the body. And then maybe you feel super energized and you're not ready to kind of stop. You want to keep going. In which case, if you're doing this on the recording, just kind of scroll back and do it all over again. But always give yourself time at the end to rest. And in yoga, we often say this is where we absorb the benefits of the practice. I like to imagine the bones just kind of drawing in all of this like nutrients and energy. Bones getting harder. And here the muscles are drawing on the energy reserves of the body to repair themselves. So we've stressed the muscles and the bones, and now they are in repair. So drawing on the fat stores, drawing on our red blood cells to restore what we've done. And when you're ready, just shifting your attention to the breath within the body, expanding and contracting. Releasing busy thoughts. Just being with the body as it is in this moment. When you're ready, starting to bring movement into the toes and the fingers and the face. Maybe circling the wrists, ankles a little bit, stretching out the face, scrunching it up. You're ready, reaching up overhead for gentle full body stretch. And then exhaling, release. In your own time, bending the knees. Rolling over to one side. And then nice and easy, taking your time. Coming back up to seated posture. Either sitting on the floor or moving to the chair. Observing the breath flowing in and out of the body. And just noticing the body in this shape. Bringing your hands up to your heart, taking a moment to really thank yourself for bringing the effort and the energy into this practice, even when it was difficult. I mean, especially when it was difficult. Bring our hands to heart center and we'll seal in with the unifying Om as we inhale together. So much for practicing with me today. And we'll see you soon.